What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Logical Dude, going live on Vim TV today. So, trying to do something a little different, support the Web3 platforms, not trying to support YouTube. I didn't get really any views on my last YouTube stream, so I'm going to be trying to go live on Vim and supporting that platform more often. And of course, uploads will always be done to 3speak.tv once the stream is finished. So, just trying some new things, Anyway, today I am talking about some charts, looking at the ADA chart that I've been setting up, and played some shorts yesterday. Ended up with a 10% gain. I actually played it down. It was going beautifully. I was in some serious profit, like over 20-something% profit. Now I'm playing 10x leverage, so any move, you times it by 10. Anyway, so I had over 20% profit going. Decided to move my stop loss because I finally figured that out here on Apollo X, the trading platform here. So once I finally got that figured out, I was able to readjust my stop loss and my take profits. So I adjusted my stop loss down inside profit at a 10% gain. So I was going to be scalping some profits either way, even if I got stopped out, which I did. So it worked though. So I got the 10% gain. Well, I tried to get a little greedy and try to hit another entry point. And yeah, that was going well. That was up like 7 or 8%. Then I got a phone call and I had to leave. And I'm like, oh, well, it'll be all right. Things are going to happen on a longer term time frame anyway. So, I'll just leave the trade and I'll, do what I need to do. Yeah, I got back to the trade a little later and got stopped out. Is what it is, crazy little pump ups. What it is they get to where they start doing some stop loss hunting, actually. So when a trend is actually starting to go the other way, what'll happen is a lot of bigger whales will come in and just either run up the price a certain way or run it down a certain way before they try to make it go the way they want. The reason they want to do that is because they want to stop out traders and stuff like that, stop them out of their trades, stop loss hunting, liquidation hunts, that kind of thing. That's what, that's the game that we're playing against. So you have to watch out for that, and you have to accommodate your stop loss to, for that kind of thing. So I was setting my stop losses a little higher, but apparently the last trade was not high enough because I did get scalped out of that trade, or stopped out of that trade, I should say. So we're going to take a look real quick over here at just the main charts that I'm looking at here. So this is the Cardano chart here on the 2-hour time frame. All right, let's get a bigger picture here. All right, so I'm looking at the volume profile over here. So this side, shows us how much resistance we have on the downside, upside. This over here shows you if it's bullish or bearish momentum. So you can see what the moves are doing, what they have done in the past. So this tells you over here, these volume profiles tells you that there's a lot of volume in these areas. Like people are wanting to buy or wanting to pay for the asset in these areas here. All right, so you've got these higher nodes here. This white line that goes across the whole thing, this is called the point of control. So this is basically where the highest amount of volume for this channel has come into play. And so that is reading currently at 51, it was like 51 cents, 51.81 cents, something like that. So the theory behind this, and actually I've been testing it, and it does work pretty well, is that the price is going to want to come back towards your point of control. Okay, I've been learning a bit more about volume profiles, order flows, things like that. Things that the traditional and institutional traders are actually using. So I've been flipping back and forth with that, learning, like I said, learning order flow and stuff. So I'll be getting into that in other videos later on. But what I'm looking at here is that we have gotten over our little channel here, and it's looking like it's wanting to pull back. Well, I am actually going to wait. I am waiting for the price to pull back inside of the channel. I would like to see a retest of support here on the 50-day moving average. But I want to see it break below that 50-period moving average before I go into another short. The reason I'm not just jumping right in is because I'm not going to be playing this one on a short-term time frame like I have with some of the others. Like sometimes I'll play on the 15, the 5 minute, the 1 minute. I get really, kind of, to me it's like a video game kind of thing. So we're looking at the lower time frames. You can see we do have a little bit of upwards momentum happening. It's really just more or less consolidation right here at the point of control. So you can see on the lower time frames, we are at those high level point of controls. So this is telling you that the market is finding the fair value. Okay, so this is the fair value of the asset, is where that point of control is. It's where the most people want to, at the price that most people are wanting to buy this at. Now this channel is basically representing the highest amount of volume in the channel for specific time periods kind of thing. So when it goes above the channel, you can see that it gets pulled back into the channel. When it goes below the channel, it'll eventually get pulled back into it. So this is towards that point of control. So this is actually proving to be a very useful tool in my little trading toolbox here. So I'm just trying to learn how to use it a little bit more properly. But one thing here, like say on the 15, let's go check a look at the 30 minute. Yeah, see, we're below the 50 period moving average at this point. So the lower term time frames are telling me this is a good time to go in. I am just waiting on this 2 hour to make a move a little bit lower, which, it is actually making this move. So we are getting some pushback down. I would like to see it at least break this channel. So it needs to get below 60.6319 to be able for me to go in. So we're going to mark that actually. And I hit the wrong button and hit it instead of horizontal. There we go. That is where I am going to go into the trade, is when price breaks down below here. It's going to give it a little more time and try to ride it down, because I believe that once this happens, it's going to break down, because you see there's not a lot of resistance until we get down to these lower nodes. So you're going to be looking at, stopping right around the 58 to 57 cent level and then going all the way down possibly to 55. But again, that point of control is down here around 51. So it's a little longer time frame, that it may not get back down to the 50 to the point of control again. We'll see on the higher time frames. But that's what I'm looking at right now. So I'm just trying to be a little patient with that at the moment. While we are here and live, let's take a look at the live markets here. So why not here on coin-logic.com, which is my little research site that I built for myself to get price charts. I get news. We get all the economical data in here, all that kind of good stuff. So that all happens right here on this site. I built this, like I said, for myself to just have an all-in-one place to do my crypto research. All right, so we can take a look here at the live market. Bitcoin is at $30,170. We got Ethereum at $17.91. Tether and USD coin are what they are. BNB is still hovering around $290, still below that $300 range. Cardano, like we saw, is at 63.7827. And then we got XRP around 40 cents. Binance dollars cracked into the top 10 at the number 8 spot, so that's good to see, because I got a lot of Binance dollars. Well, not a lot, but that's where a lot of my stable coins are, between there and HBD. Solana is still hanging on to that number 9 spot at $40.23. I have been looking at actually going long on Solana, so we can check those charts here in just a second as well. Dogecoin is in the number 10th spot, still don't know how, at 7 cents, almost 8 cents if you round up. So that can be quickly replaced if a bit more money gets pushed into Polkadot. Polkadot could easily flip Dogecoin in that top 10 spot. So that's pretty much the look at those top 10s. Let's take a look at some trending charts here. We got top 10 gainers of the top 100. Luna Classic is up 19%, but it ain't worth nothing. I wouldn't touch that thing with a 10-foot pole. Chainlink is up 9.89%. They just had an announcement that they have staking going on. It's really sad to see Chainlink down so low here, but it is what it is. I actually sold out of all of my Chainlink at nearly, at closer to the highs, $25-$30, that kind of thing. So I was happy with Chainlink, with my investment in that while I was in it. Tezos is up 8%. Theta Network's up 7. Helium is up 5.5. Chain is up 3.67. VChain is up 3.56. Polygon is up 2.51. Polkadot's up 2.36. And the Leo token from Bitfinex, not the Leo Finance token, is up 2.31%. Top 10 losers of the top 100, we have Elrond at 6.79% drop, Airweave at a 5.48%, eCash 5.2%, Clayton 4.23% down, Gala's down 3.78%, Cardano's down 3.73%, ApeCoin is down 3.44% over the last 24 hours, Huobi is down 3.3%, Internet Computer is down 2.81%, and BitDAO is down 2.63% on the day. All right. And it looks like TradingView got their coding straightened out because that's fixed now. All right, so we got Fear and Greed Index is still at extreme fear level at 11. That hasn't changed at all. It's really just global uncertainty. I mean, it's like politicians are trying to kill the economy. They're trying to absolutely destroy the U.S. at this point, and really the EU and everything else, because it's all this big global, conspiracy basically between the governments to take complete control over all of us, and they're fighting us with crypto, but we're going to win this battle, guys. So just stay strong, stay diligent. All right. I'm going to take a look at the CoinLogic index here. See, it's been taking a bit of a hit. Osmosis, they actually had a chain halt. There was an exploit. So Osmosis is actually not running right now. They're working on trying to get that back up and running. I only have a few more on staking currently on Osmosis, and then I'm getting out of that project. With the UST thing, that really put a bad taste in my mouth for locked up liquidity pools. So time locked liquidity pools is not cool with me. I want to be able to grab and flip and do what I need to do with that stuff. Secret's down to $1.30. Hive has actually been one of the better performing assets in the recent little dips and everything, still hovering around 54 cents, so we're doing pretty good there. And we got Splinterlands coming in at 7 cents. Comdex is at 33 cents. That's kind of sad. And then we've got Emanate down to 1 cent. And sorry guys, I have got the trash guy showing up right behind me to do the dumpster thing, so that might get a little loud, so I apologize for that. Let me close my little window here. Let's see if that'll help. There we go. That'll help a bit. All right. Still may get some ambient dump truck noise, but it is what it is. All right. So let's move along, go back over to these charts, and I want to go and take a look at the Solana charts. One day, guys, I am going to pay for TradingView. I need this job with Exodus. If I can get this job with Exodus, beef up my income again, I'll start getting some more subscriptions for things like TradingView. But until then, yeah, you got to deal with a couple of ads here and there. All right. I just want access to more charts and stuff is really what I want. To be able to run 2 charts at once on different devices and stuff like that. That's really the one thing that I want to pay for it for. Anyway, yeah, this may get loud for a second. They're actually starting to do the dumpster thing. All right, so let's take a quick look over here at Solana. So Solana, we did have our breakout out of the pattern. We have had our retest, so let's try to zoom out, and I'll show you that bigger triangle I've been watching here. We may have to zoom out pretty far here. Yeah, there we go. All right, so you can see here, I've been watching this descending wedge here on Solana for a little bit now. Played a couple of shorts after the after the breakout, and was able to score a little bit on those. But I am looking for, because we're just in a consolidation mode right now around this point of control on the 2-hour time frame. So I'm really ready for this thing to start kind of lifting up a bit. Once it does start lifting up, you can see here on the 2-hour, we do have a bit of a sell signal here. So we're still just in consolidation, because we're consolidating right around the 0 line here on the market cipher B indicator. So that just, it kind of like the same type of thing as point of control. Eventually, the momentum and everything is going to want to come back down towards the 0 line. So you can think of that as, ground zero. So when something goes down, it's eventually going to come back towards the zero line. When it goes above it, it's going to eventually come back down towards it. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. It's like I said, it's just some consolidation. But once we can see, I would like to see actually a bigger drop down in momentum and catch a big wave and go up from there. But we will see what happens. I am waiting for, actually, if we can get a break above this current little swing high right here. So I'm looking at maybe, I just hid that from myself instead of writing a line there. There we go. So if we can get a break above $42 here and find it as support and retest and find it as support, then I'm going long on Solana here, and it's going to be a longer term long because my target prices for this jump are going to be pretty high. If we go back up here to our daily, we are almost at our daily point of control here for Solana, so that's good stuff. But that's really where the market's trying to find the price at, But there's not a lot of resistance if it does start to recover and come up. There's not going to be a lot of resistance until we get up to first level resistance, big level, would be probably around $70, and the next one would be around 85, 87, something like that. So hopefully we can get this bounce on Solana, but with what's been going on with that chain and all the halts there as well, we're relying on technicals at this point. Still trying to keep up with some of the fundamentals, but the Solana project overall, just as a blockchain, is not one that I would personally use because they've had now, I think, 7 or 8 shutdowns at this point. But if we look at market cipher indicator, because that's really for my trading, I'm really just kind of, using a lot of technicals for these trades. Don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it. So as long as it makes me money, it makes me money. All right, so you can see here that we are starting to get a little bit more upwards action on the momentum here. We got our lower anchor wave, and then we got a couple of little small trigger waves here. Our money flow is deep in bearish territory here, so hopefully we can get a turnaround on that and get some money flowing back into the asset, which is really what is going to be what we need to get that lift off from here. So we're going to be watching the volume levels here on Solana, but I'm still just kind of watching ADA because that's been a pretty sweet trade so far. On the daily time frame, we're actually getting to a point to where we are starting to top out on our momentum here, and we are hitting our head on this 50-day moving average here. So this might be the catalyst to get the little bit of a drop down that we need. If we get down to these levels, if we drop down to this level right here, all right, so this 54 level, that would be a higher low. Maybe even if we got down a little lower, maybe say bring this down into that hole, because you see right here, this indicates that there was a lot of buying, there was a lot of volume going on right here, because that's where the market was kind of consolidating right here. All right, so it doesn't always mean big pumps up. It could just mean a little chop too. Not a ton of volume actually, but if we look here on our volume profile node, you're going to see that there was a little bit more volume coming into play here. All right, so if we put it there, all right, and let's say if we came back down to this level here around 53 cents, that would be creating a higher low, which would still be putting us in some bullish territory for that higher move up that we are all eventually looking at for Cardano. Because Cardano has had a lot of the same kind of direction as that Solana move. I have just gotten rid of those overall trend lines that I had originally drawn. But yeah, you can see with our trend here that getting ready for that nice reversal. So it depends on, I had the, yeah, there we go. I'm getting screwed up here. So we're right there on our daily trend line, so we're kind of breaking above it. So it's just going to take some time for these higher moves. On this daily time frame, what's going to be great is if we can break all of this stuff, find some support, then we're going to be coming back up here towards $1.32 at some point. Because that is where the daily point of control is. And that's where on that daily time frame, the markets are wanting to find that price. That's what the market thinks the fair value is. So right now, ADA's on sale, guys. So if you're stacking, this would be a great time to stack. Not financial advice, of course, but just based on the charts, ADA's on sale. So that is something to take account of there. All right, let's see here, because let me check on Vim. Still no. I guess it's just early in the morning. Everybody's still doing their thing. So, not watching live streams, but I am watching this ADA trade, and we are looking like we're starting to get a push down. All right. So we got our 20 period moving average here. I'm waiting for that to break. If actually, that might be a good thing to do. I am on the 4 hour here, so if this breaks on the 4 hour time frame here, actually let me go check the 2 hour. I like the 2 hour. It's kind of like that perfect in between. All right, so we have broken the 20 on the 2 hour, so that's a good sign. Breaking it on the 4 hour. Not yet. So I want it to come down on the 4 hour towards this 20 period moving average. Take a look here at our depth charts just so that I can kind of see. Yeah, we do have more sellers than buyers going on the markets right now. So we are looking at some downside here pretty soon, I'm thinking. You can see up here on our order books too, our orders are starting to pile up on us in the sell area here. I'm just waiting for a little bit more of a move down, for more of a confirmation. And because I am going to be running this as a longer trade this time versus doing a short scalp kind of trade. That's what I have been doing, just like the scalp trades and stuff, just because it's fun. And I enjoy it, and I actually do pretty well at them when I'm sitting there watching them the whole time. So again, for me, it's like, I'm ADD. So it's like a video game to me watching the charts go up and down. I like watching the 1 minutes and stuff like that. I've kind of found that I actually do pretty good when I'm playing those short-term plays like that. Longer-term plays, you definitely make more of a percentage gain, that's for sure, but it takes time. And when you are somebody like me that is ADD as could be, it can be hard to sit there and just watch, especially if the trade's going up and down, up and down, up and down. You're like, yeah. That's why I like, I'll get down and play on the 5, the 15 minute charts, that kind of thing, and play the little smaller swings and that kind of stuff, just because it's fun and it's entertaining to me, as well as it's a way to make money. You just gotta be careful with it, You can't, you gotta stick to it. The biggest thing is sticking to your trading plan, So once you kind of get in, if you've got a plan, you got, stick to your stop losses. I like to put a stop loss and then let the trade run. And if I'm watching it, I can let the trade go, and then I can start resetting the stop loss. And then once I can get into profit, I know that I'm going to be good, so the trade can kind of go whichever way it needs to go. And so it's kind of like a manual trailing stop loss is what I do. The automatic trailing stop losses are all cool and great and wonderful. I'm just one that I like to micromanage my trades, honestly. And it's when I am micromanaging my trades is when I'm doing better. But when I don't micromanage my trades, yeah, I tend to get stopped out or something like that. Like if I just kind of set it and forget it and let it go, then it is what it is. But, all right, so today I am going to, that's what we're looking at on the charts here. So I am going to now talk a little bit about the Hive List store. So the Hive List store, we are getting some new vendors on board. So we've gotten a couple of new vendors from the Hive blockchain on board. So they're going to be getting their stores set up and that kind of thing. I am on a VPN, so this is kind of loading a little slower. And so, and if the live stream is kind of acting goofy, that's why as well. Let me see how the live stream is doing, actually. Okay, yeah, we're all right. Seem to be okay. Might be having some little glitchy stuff, but that is why I'm also recording and doing that. Yeah, it looks like my signal has been a little goofy. All right. Anyway, so the Hivelist store is our little retail store for Hivelist. You can only pay in crypto at this point. I did get my fiat payments cut off because of the fact that we offer NFTs. And it wasn't from this. It was from Blocktunes. So yeah, because I run one Stripe account, multiple businesses, it all got screwed. Anyway, is what it is. That was the whole point anyway behind this, was to accept crypto. So we are going to be building our new economy sans fiat completely. Now I have to deal with fiat with my vendors and things like that. So for like my dropship vendors or any of my print on demand vendors, I am the middleman. So when you buy, you're buying in crypto. I cash out the money I need to pay the bills, to pay the cost for the products or whatever. And then my store vendors, so the Hive community members who are selling stuff on the store, they get paid in HBD. So customers and the store vendors are all crypto based. I'm the only one that's having to deal with fiat for my manufacturers and for my dropship vendors and that kind of thing. So that's the way that runs. So I'm trying to help create a new economy, be that middleman for that. Because in the world of e-commerce, you still have to have middlemen. With crypto, I know we don't like that whole, middleman aspect of things, but with e-commerce, it's still a point of fact that we have to use, there has to be a middleman in between, because your print-on-demand vendors and your drop shippers, they're not accepting crypto right now. So if you want to pay for crypto and you want to earn crypto, you can start your business here on Hivelist and let me handle all that middle stuff in between. Now, if you create your own products and that kind of thing, it can be anything from, your own handmade crafts, 3D printed stuff. You write your own books and put it out on our ebook store. If you are handling all of your own shipping and handling and all that kind of stuff, you earn way more of a percentage, and then there's really no middleman. So at that point, it's just between you and the customer. But if you're dealing with our print on demand stuff, I'm the middleman on that, and I take a little bit bigger cut because we do the work for you. Anyway, so that's what's up. I've gotten set up with a new dropship vendor, so you're going to be seeing more consumer electronic goods, some home goods, stuff for pets, kids, things like that. So I'm going to be trying to add some more products to the store to try to help, drive some more sales and stuff, because, paying for branded stuff all the time or whatever, it's not conducive. So we need to get some more life in the store. My whole thought about this was kind of being the Amazon for the blockchain, so it's time to start getting some more products on board. Anyway, that's what's going on with that. I was gonna say Blocktunes. I'm still just kind of in a waiting process, waiting for the developers to get finished up with the new smart contract structures for the site. So we're going to be having lazy minting for ERC 721s. We're going to have full ERC 1155 contracts, which means musicians are going to be able to come in and mint multiple editions of their NFTs, not just one mint. They can do, however many copies of their music and sell it as an NFT that way. And we're still going to be offering just the standard download sales and stuff through the store as well. They're not NFT related. People are just going to be able to pay in crypto for it versus paying in the dollar. So that's what's going on there. We're just kind of in a waiting period on that. Same with Polylist. So I know I've announced in the past, and it's still in play. It's just, again, I'm waiting on some foundational stuff to get finished up, and then I'm going to start putting everything together. Hopefully that's going to get going. The development of that is going to get going started next month. The development team has a deadline for the end of June to get these new features out, and so hopefully we can get that out and going and ready to rock at that point in time. So that's what's pretty much going on with that. Not really much else happening here. Trying trying to get this job with Exodus, just so that I can have some good, solid, full-time income coming in. And if I can get this job with Exodus, I won't feel like a failure, and like, my businesses are failing, I'm not able to pay bills, but I know I've done stuff, and and you guys, the Hive community has been great. Y'all have been helping really kind of lift my spirits up, knowing that I am touching people, man. And that's what the whole point of this thing was about, was to just, this is my Hive list is my gift to humanity kind of thing. I'm not making any money off of this. Actually, I'm still under, from my cost basis from getting this thing started. So, but it's, I was using profits, kind of stuff here and there. And so yeah, everything's up and running. I have businesses, I have assets that are moving, so that's what's worth it for me. And I'm creating human capital, so I'm trying to do something for a community, and you guys have been great and really kind of helping, keeping me motivated. So, because it's been rough the last few months, I'm not gonna lie, it's been rough. So hopefully I can get this job again with Exodus Wallet. That would be absolutely flipping amazing. And I would basically be doing the same kind of stuff I was doing with Apple, just over like, social media and email. So helping people out with questions, things like that. Being that liaison between the engineers and the customers. It's what I guess it's what I'm good at. So I'm going to roll with it. And if I can do that for Exodus and get paid 100% Bitcoin, that's even better. So that keeps me on this journey of full-time crypto income, and keeping the hustle alive is really what it's all about. So anyway, guys, that's really what I'm looking at today. If you're watching this on CoinLogic TV on YouTube, you should come check out the stuff we have going on here on 3Speak, the Hive blockchain. Come check me out at The Logical Dude, or coinlogic.online. Either way, we can also check out what we've got going on hivelist.io. We've got Hive Hustlers. I got the Weed Cash store. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're just all in beginning stages, and that can be just the hardest part, is trying to get through all this beginning stuff. But once we can start getting more use case coming in, get more people coming in and actually using the platforms, then it'll all kind of grow. I'm being patient with this stuff, so it's not like, because I'm not a VC, I funded everything myself. Been all off of my back, all off of my work and everything else. So, I didn't have VCs to fund me. I honestly have zero marketing budget. That's what the logical NFTs are all about. And if you go to thelogicaldude.com, which is my main website, you got the Logical DAO, which is what I'm trying to get started and building. I've only had one person really helping with that. But anyway, I'm trying to build that up to build like a fund for trying to pay for marketing and stuff for these different projects. So we have an NFT collection that I minted that's, it goes through the unlock protocol. The reason I went through the unlock protocol for that is because I will be using these NFTs as like a ticket or a membership ticket kind of thing into private discords and stuff like that. That'll be down the line. And plus you're also going to be getting a discount. Which way am I pointing? Yeah, here to the Hive List store. So, that's getting all worked up. So if you want to help support what I've got going on here, the different projects that I'm building, go check out the Logical NFTs. Go purchase one. They're $10. You actually pay with PHBD, which is our Polygon wrapped version of the Hive back dollar. That was created by the Leo Finance team. So go get you some HBD, pick up some Logical NFTs. The money from the Logical NFTs goes into the Logical DAO, and then it gets put to work in our PHBD to USD farming pool on Polycub, which is earning the Polycub token. I stake that. We get the X Polycub token, and then that is available in the wallet so that people that come and buy the Logic token is 1 USDC per token. And so think of it as kind of like a bond kind of situation. So what I do with what happens with the USDC that gets brought into the DAO is that it actually gets supplied for lending to the Aave platform. All right. And so what happens with that is that it generates interest over time. So the $1 that you put in to get the token, if you go to cash out that token in the future, that token is going to be worth more. So, because when you come to the DAO and you go and burn your tokens in the DAO, because that's how you receive your liquidity, you will receive that Aave wrapped version of USDC, which then you can just go and stick in your own Aave platform and keep earning interest if you want, or you can flip it into US, or you can, withdraw it from the Aave platform as USDC, and you will have more USDC than what you put in. You can also choose to also take a portion of that X Polycub too. So if you want to remove liquidity, you can take a portion of either the Aave wrap version of USDC or the X Polycub, or a combination of both. So, and it's all based on your share of the DAO, which is the tokens. So I'm doing that because those tokens are all liquid and be able to be burned. The farm, the actual yield farm, is not able to be taken out as liquidity from the tokens. So that's why I'm only supplying that with the NFTs, the funds from the NFTs. So trying to do something, man. Trying to come up with something that's trackable, traceable, transparent, because I'm trying to be as honest and integral as I can possibly be in this space, just to try to, because that's the whole point of the space, Yeah, I got my privacy stuff that I keep, that kind of stuff. That's what Monero's for, baby. But, trying to do something for the community. So I want the community to be able to see what I'm doing with what these funds are doing, and be able to vote, because that's another thing the NFTs are going to give you, is voting power in the DAO. All right. So we have the treasury, we have the treasury vote, which is right now up to 3 people. That's me, and then 2 unnamed sources. I will keep that private for security reasons. But so now it takes more than just my vote to make a move in the DAO. Okay. Looking to add on an extra person too here pretty soon, so we may have 4 members of the DAO. But it's just it's like a multi-sig kind of thing, so it keeps everything accountable. So that's what's going on with my projects and with my trading life. So again, I am messing around. See with Ada here, as I've been sitting here talking, Ada had a little bit of a pump back up above that $65 level. So let's go and take a look at this. Let's get back down into some lower time frames. Let's shoot down here to this 30-minute time frame here. Stupid ads. Okay. Oh, wrong one to expand. All right. There we go. All right, so I don't know where the hell this just came from, this little pump. And so this is what got me yesterday, was one of these little stupid wick spikes here. You can see our momentum did hit down, so we did get the buy signal, which I guess did trigger this as well. So this is what happens when you get algorithmic trading in play. So when people are programming bots to make trades at certain markers and stuff, because the market cipher indicator down here, what I've got going is just like a free version, but it's actually basically perfectly modeled after the famous CryptoFace version of Market Cipher, which he charges like $1,500 for. So you can get it for free. Vu Manchu Market Cipher B indicator on TradingView. Just go search it and you can get it right there. You can actually customize it. This actually looks a little different than the default, because I customize it and set my own default, and I call it the Dude Cipher indicator. But yeah, that was a scammy little spike up. That's, like I said, that's what got me yesterday. And this is exactly why I am waiting for a bit more of a drop before I go in. That's why I'm waiting on this level here, because once we can get back up under the 63 level, that's confirmation that we're going to continue to go lower. So right now we're just consolidating in this range right now. Let's go check our 15-minute time frame. Yeah, we're right at the point of control, basically. It bounced off the point of control. So it'll come back down. We are meeting, yeah, you can see right here we hit our head on some resistance. So that must have been what was happening there, was that they were just trying to test it. Momentum jacked up here, but we got our RSI and our VWAP that are starting to level off here. Let's take a look at the 5-minute, because I like these DGN short-term time frames. Yep, that is a little pump up here, and it is getting ready to turn around. We've got our market cipher momentum starting to top out here. Our RSI is overheated on the 5-minute time frame, so we may be looking for a quick pullback. So these are the kind of scalps that I like to play, is these quick pullbacks and stuff like that, because it may not be much as far as percentage, but when you're playing 10x leverage, that 1.42% gain that you're going to make on that short can turn into a 12 to 14% gain on the short. So that's why I like the little short stuff. You do have to take fees into account, and that's why with my trading challenge, I've got half of the 200 that I started with over in the cake to BNB liquidity pool on Pancake Swap that is earning me more cake tokens. So the cake tokens is what I'm using as the fees here on the Apollo X exchange. The Apollo X exchange, here you go to apollox.finance. It's on Binance Smart Chain, so it connects with your MetaMask wallet here. And so yeah, it's a really awesome little exchange actually. And once you can get in here and customize your setup the way that you want it. You can go back and forth between different charts, but you can, like, all these different little sections are all little like panels, and you can change it up however you want, which is pretty cool. So I have definitely been doing some customization there, but it saves it with your wallet account. So all you do is sign in with your BSC wallet and you're good to go. If you are in the US, you will need a VPN to go with this. So I am currently not running a VPN. I am thinking that this is just showing because of the browser cache. Charts are working, but I bet you if I were to reload this, it would tell me I would not be able to trade because I am in the US and it would catch my IP address. So, but being that a live stream, didn't want to do the VPN because that just slows down the connection, and we were already having some connection issues earlier in the stream, so gotta do what I gotta do. Anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it here. You guys have a good rest of your day. Again, I'm gonna, be keeping everybody up track on what I'm doing with these trades, just in case you want to follow me or do whatever. Nothing's financial advice, and just know if I go into something and you follow me on it, if I get wrecked and you get wrecked, sorry, because I'm just a dude in a van trying to make his life better through crypto trading and that kind of thing. And I'm just trying to use my experience and my knowledge that I've learned over the past 4 years to make that happen. And I'm sharing that with you guys. So anyway, y'all have a great rest of your day. Be sure to come and check out. And that's the thing about doing videos and van life, man, is you got to deal with all kind of different, outside environmental stuff. Is what it is. One day I'll have a studio. But for now, it's van life or nothing, baby. I love it. So, anyway, you guys have a good rest of your day. Be cool, be real, always abide. Don't get wrecked out there. Come check out CoinLogic TV on YouTube. I'm going to be posting the replay there as well. But more importantly, because we are in the crypto space, you really need to be watching 3speak.tv or Odyssey. I'm a bigger fan of 3speak because it's built on the Hive blockchain. Got a great team behind it. They're really trying to go for a full decentralized platform. And yeah, man, a lot of development going on over there. So go and check it out. 3speak.tv. It's on the Hive blockchain. Go get a Hive account. You can get your Hive account directly through 3speak as well. And then come and start posting on Web3 where you actually own your data, not the tech oligarchies. You own your account. Your username is your wallet address. Like if you look straight down below where it says coinlogic.online, that is the wallet address for the CoinLogic account, as well as the username. So it's really super simple, instead of having these big, long, alphanumeric wallet addresses and stuff. So think about it. It's really the blockchain for the people. Basically, the more and more I'm involved with a lot of these different assets and get out there and explore, the more and more of a Hive and Bitcoin maxi I become. So it is what it is. I use Binance Smart Chain for a lot. So Binance Smart Chain is like basically my DeFi protocol at this point, because I have not had any problems like I've had on other platforms. Polygon's okay, but Polygon's slow and it's got its own little issues too. So for certain things, I'll use Binance Smart Chain, but like I said, I like to have all that liquid, and I can move all of that when I need to. Unlike Osmosis, where I had everything in time lock, and UST went to the ground. So did the Osmo, and I couldn't do anything. I just had to sit there and watch it. Just had to sit there and watch and just start crying, because that was basically what happened. It was like, oh, anyway. But that's life in the crypto world, and you just got to learn to, take those mistakes, go a different direction, balance your portfolio, all that kind of good stuff. Don't go into just, go into stuff that has use case and is going to have some legs on it, and it's going to last for a while. So with the, and that's why I'm looking at just, basically Bitcoin, because it's got the infrastructure, it's got the security, it's the number one token, it's the granddaddy, it's the digital gold. And then for everything else, man, it's pretty much Hive, because Hive is also it's fully decentralized. And we've got a ton of use cases. Hive has more use cases than any other blockchain out there, in my opinion, including Ethereum or anything like that. So come check it out. Come get your account today. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Be cool. Be real. Always abide. I know I've said this before, but I keep talking. Coffee's kicking in, so forgive me. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.